single person that comes to support us every week. It means the world to everyone here. So thank you, every one of you.
Town fans, our club captain, Mark Hudson. Town fans, be honest. Less than 2 years ago, who had ever heard of David Wagner, the football coach or manager? Now, town fans, the whole of English football and European football and indeed world football knows that the successful head coach of Huddersfield Town, leading us back into the top flight for the first time for 45 years, into the Premier League for the first time, is our head coach, David Wagner. David, it's very difficult to find the words to sum up what's happened since your arrival in Huddersfield. Have you got the words that can put into place, into perspective, what you and the guys have achieved in the last 18 months?
No.
I'm struggling to find the words on behalf of the people of Huddersfield of how to thank you. So I'm going to start, town fans, by asking you to all say, Dankeschön, David. Dankeschön, David. If you didn't know what that meant, get back to school, everybody. David, Premier League. I'm just absolutely astounded. You know that I've been a Huddersfield Town fan for 40 years. When I was born, we were in the second division. We got promoted before I was 1. Before I was 3, at the age of 2 years old, we were relegated. 5 years later, we were almost down with the deadwood of English football. But now, David Wagner, you've led us back to the top tier for the first time for 45 years.
Premier League! We are Premier League! Say we are Premier League! We are Premier League! Say we are Premier League! Okay, I tried to find some words and even it's not the easiest words for me. You should never forget what this group behind me, all of them, backroom staff, chairman, all the players, everybody who helped. You should never forget in your life what this group delivered. These are not heroes. These are legends, living legends. And every single one of you should never forget, it doesn't count how big you are. It doesn't count how experienced you are. It doesn't count how nice you are. If you have passion, desire, you have no limits. No limits.
No, 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 no. David, I'd just like to ask you about the working relationship between our head coach and our owner and chairman, Dean Hoyle. Every person in front of you loves this man from Heckmondwike with a passion. What can you tell us about Dean Hoyle, the football club owner and chairman?
I had no experience before in working with an owner because we in Germany, we don't have this ownership system, but I like it.
There you go. Normally a man of many words, very few there. David, just one last question. Premier League, new challenge. How are you going to go about this new challenge, sir?
No idea, I haven't made my head around it, so we will think about it after we finish celebration, but we find the idea and we will have solutions for sure.
Town fans, is he better than Klopp? David Wagner. David Wagner, our head coach, Town fans, give him a big one. Whoa. David Wagner, Huddersfield Town's head coach, everybody. Town fans, pretty much everybody's been thanked so far tonight, but the life of a professional footballer is pretty much I've learned this season, if Michael Heffley wants something, it's best to deliver, Town fans. So, 2 months ago, this man allegedly broke his neck at Bristol. Neck breaks? Nah, not for the man, the machine, Jonathan Hogg! And Jonathan Hogg, it's right to say you were here, there and every certain where at Wembley Stadium yesterday.
I certainly was, yeah. I tried my best, like I say. The lads behind me, we can't do it in ones and twos. We've got to do it with the squad, and this squad's special. And I'm going to tell the chairman later that we need to keep everyone together.
There you go. Dean, if I were you, I wouldn't mess with Hoggy either. He doesn't like messing about. You've probably seen that on the pitch. Jonathan, very, very worrying times a couple of months ago away at Bristol City, that televised game on a Friday night. It looked like the season was done for you, and potentially that might have been a very big hole for Town to fill, but it was not so.
There's nothing wrong with me, I was just a big pussy.
So, are you looking forward to take this big pussy of yours into the Premier League, Jonathan Hogg?
I certainly am, that's where we belong, and that's what we've worked hard all season for, so looking forward to it.
Town fans, he gives absolutely everything week in, week out. It's Jonathan Hogg. Town fans, we've thanked everybody, we've thanked the players, we've thanked the backroom staff, we've thanked the coaching staff, we've thanked the office staff. Footballers' lives are magnificent in many ways, but it takes them away from home every weekend throughout the football season. You might think it's easy going to Portugal training. It probably is not that bad, lads, to be fair. But down here, we've got the wives and children, the partners and the family of the Huddersfield Town players. So let's hear it for the support that the ladies and kids have given. Well done to all of you. The ones round the back too. Fantastic. So, if I would like to retain my position with Huddersfield Town, I need to get one more person onto the front and centre of the stage. No, it's not you, David Sykes, as much as you'd love it to be. It is, of course, the man I've mentioned before. Now, Town fans, it might be very easy to set up a business. It's not as easy to make a success of a business. It's not easy at all to make an absolutely roaring success of a business. Did he sell cards? He sold cards, my lord. He sold cards. He sold cards, Lord. He sold cards. He sold cards, Lord. He sold cards, Lord. you'd sold several trillion cards, would you have retired to a Caribbean island and took in some of this glorious sunshine that's available here in Huddersfield right now? Or would you have sunk about 50 million quid of your hard-earned into your local football team that, quite frankly, were going through bad times? We owe such a massive amount to this gentleman, our owner and chairman, but more importantly, town fan, Dean Hoyle. Town fans, a quick survey. Any of you out there want a Russian oil billionaire, or anybody from the Saudi, or anybody from Israel? And let's get this right, we've nothing against anybody else owning football clubs from anywhere around the world. But are we special? Are we unique with this magnificent town fan as our owner chairman? Yeah. Look, turn around if you can. Fit and proper, magnificent flag just next to Harold Wilson up there. Dean Hoyle, when you took over town 8 years ago, you could not possibly have dreamed that the slightly in a mess football club you took over would, just 8 seasons later, be about to launch themselves into the World League. That's probably what it is. The top flight of English football. The Premier League. Dean Hoyle, owner of Huddersfield Town, Premier League Football Club.
It was all part of the bigger plan, Rambo. No, absolutely not. I think it's 2008. A first division club, rudderless. I thought I could get to the championship. And like what we said before, I think David and these guys, all of them, backroom staff, people who've worked at the club for 30 odd years. It's such an incredible moment, but the people I feel most proud of is you guys here.
There's only one Dean Hoyle. One Dean Hoyle. There's only one Dean Hoyle. One Dean Hoyle. There's only one Dean. Lads, put him down now. If anything happens to Dean, we're in a right mess. Dean, you were saying there about this squad of players. You've had 8 seasons worth of footballers in your squads, and you've had all sorts of talented footballers and all sorts of hard-working footballers. But a word for these guys behind you on stage.
I think incredible. I think you look at Jonathan Hogg, he's a machine. I think you look at all the guys who've come from Europe, mentioned Germany, they've integrated, they're a part of it, they're in folklore, they're in history. And I said to David before, you know, in years to come, we'll be up there somewhere, but these guys, all their names now in total history. What they've achieved is unrecognisable.
Dean, let's move from the pitch to the dugout. I can't name them all individually, the whole of the backroom staff on the football side and the 2 men at the top. Let's just start with the Iceman, Christoph Bühler.
The man who never smiles. No, look, it's unbelievable, you know, from what I hear, straight after an away game, they're planning the next game, they look at the analysis, they just never stop working. Even David last night on the coach home, he said, "Right, Dean, what are we going to do next season?" I says, "David, can we just get tonight out of the way and we'll think about it tomorrow?" But no, seriously, their work ethic is absolutely incredible, and